Hello, thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to The Encourager. As you can see, I am out enjoying some fresh air. This is the nicest day in a while. But this is our second 70-degree day this week, so that's promising. You can see the mountains in the background there. And this is actually a community garden there, so you can actually rent spots there, which is pretty nice. Grow your own veggies or fruit, what have you. It's pretty nice. They do a pretty good job of it. The people who rent the spots, as you can see, even with the frost and all of that recently, they do a pretty good job. Most of them take care of their things. So heavily on me today, on my spirit, is why does the enemy choose to use religion to convey their message? And why does the enemy use religion as a smokescreen? Okay. So religion, the enemy, no matter how you describe it, the enemy of the Father is anyone who goes against what Most High is guiding us to do. Okay. And I'm even getting away from saying he, because Most High is unisex. Most High is neither male nor female. Okay. So I'm getting away from saying he. And so the Most High Deity, Creator, Divine Source, is abhorrently sick and tired of what religion has done to his teachings. Okay. And what religion has done to his teachings. I apologize for the wind. I can control that, but I choose not to. Because the breeze feels good, right? So don't pray that the hurricane goes somewhere else. The hurricane is there for a reason. It's there to shake things up that aren't firmly planted. So don't pray against the storm. Just follow Most High's guidance and you will be prepared for the storm. Okay? But don't pray that the storm goes somewhere else. Okay? Because somebody over there will be praying and come back to you. So just deal with the storm and get through it. But the enemy uses religion because religion is the closest thing that the enemy has to being divine source. And again, it's all a smokescreen. So man is saying that you need to conduct yourself a certain way, that you need to, in a sense, beg and plead for your salvation. When in truth, you do not, because the truth is within you, 100%. You do not need to go to an outside source for your healing, your redemption. You do not. No one healed me of the rare autoimmune virus that attacked my kidneys, except for me believing that I didn't need dialysis at the point that I started believing that I didn't need dialysis. Once I started speaking it, then I started acting like it. And once I started acting like it, then I started to feel like it. And that acting and that feeling goes hand in hand. Neville Goddard talks about the feeling. Jim Rome, Esther Hicks, many of these individuals, they talk about the feeling. I'm thinking of another gentleman. Can't think of his name right now. He's a white-haired gentleman. I didn't mean white, like we identify in America as white. I didn't mean like that. I would never identify people like that unless it's to distinguish them from someone else who is not that same skin tone. Otherwise, I don't need to say someone's race. He has white hair. So when I first said white, I was pausing. I wasn't calling him white. He has a head full of white hair. And, his Proctor Institute. He's the founder of the Proctor Institute. I forget his name, but he's still teaching today. Okay. And there are lesser forms of these individuals that are teaching spiritual lessons, but they are doing it in a cloaked sort of way. Les Brown, Tony Robbins, yeah, all right. And I could even throw Dave Ramsey in there. Joyce Myers, right? So they're doing these things, but they are still withholding part of the truth, either because they are unaware or because they simply do not have the knowledge of. Okay? So the enemy uses religion to cloak the truth because it started in the Garden of Eden and perhaps before in the heavens, right? In higher dimensions. It started with the enemy telling Eve that Most High did not want Eve to know everything. When in truth, Most High has no problem, confirmation with that horn beep. The truth is, Most High has no issue whatsoever in releasing all information to you. And in fact, all information is released to us in time. I am sharing the book of Enoch, where Most High is revealing to Enoch, along with the angels, why he dispels things to man in increments, segments. There's a reason for that. Okay, because we take so much in, we have so much contradictory in our 3D, that if he released it all to us, even all that we desire, not just all that he knows, if he released all that we desire all at once, it would be mass chaos with 7 to 8 billion people on this planet currently. Can you imagine? If I got all the cars I wanted all at once, I'd have to pay insurance for all those cars, right? Today, I would have to pay insurance for all those cars, all the houses that I'm going to have, whatever that is, if I wanted all of that, right? I would need to have some type of knowledge in order to properly manage those things, to be a good steward over them. Otherwise, Most High would just be casting his pearls before swine. Okay? And he takes things, or he gives us things, all right? Opportunities. And sometimes these opportunities look like the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So we have to be a discerning people. Okay? We have to be a discerning people to know and understand when it is him who is speaking and giving and not the enemy. Because the enemy is slick. The enemy is sneaky. The enemy will tell you you're not going to become. He's just jealous because he thinks you're going to become as a god and you're going to know both good and evil. He doesn't want you to know both good and evil. That's what the enemy told Eve. So the enemy played the same trick on Eve that he played on himself and all the angels that followed him, trying to dethrone Most High, which is laughable. Okay? It's the same thing that those who have come against you, Earth Angel, Light Worker, Star Seed, Healer, Empath, right? Same thing, came against you, right? Tried to ruin you, came against Tupac, I'm feeling to say that. Came against Tupac, I'm feeling to say that. And now, these individuals are scrambling. Okay? So the enemy tricked Eve into taking something that he told her was going to turn her into a god, and she was going to know both good and evil. What she did not know was that she was being protected. That's what she did not know. And that Most High was protecting her and would give her everything and all that they needed. In fact, they had already had all that they needed because they had watermelons the size of office buildings in the land of Eden, in the Garden of Eden. Okay? The grapes were the size of cars in the Garden of Eden. So they already were everything. They were already complete. The enemy convinced them that there was something better. The grass was greener. That's what the enemy convinced them of, people. And that's what the enemy is doing today with religion, convincing you that if you stay in this place, you stay in this routine, you come to me every Sunday, you think that God is at the church, you think that God is in the minister, you think if you don't go to the minister, you're not going to know what to do in life. That is exactly what the enemy was trying to get Eve, well, what he did get Eve to do. So come over here. Yeah, come over here. I know that place is lifeless, right? I know that place isn't worth anything. But come over here. I know you've been feeling dead for a long time, and you still continue to go there. That's the enemy. That's the Antichrist. Again, every religion is a form of the Antichrist, because there is no religion out there that's preaching all 100 and how many ever books of the Bible. There is none. There is none. And in fact, there's more than that, because the Bible's still being written. So there are hundreds of millions of books of the Bible, most of which over time have stopped being written because the people in today's society, they think the Bible has already been written. And what is, and there is no more. That's what they think. However, they are sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. Because what is just waiting to be manifested. They're waiting for the sons of God to rise up. That's what they're doing. That's what the truth is waiting for. That's what it's waiting for. So, this is how religion has created clowns out of man. This is what religion has done. Right? This is how religion keeps you dumbed down. Religion is just like the narcissist. The narcissist wants you paralyzed and just a robot doing what the narcissist says. The narcissist wants you going to work and bringing them your paycheck every week. That's what the narcissist wants. The narcissist wants you out on the street selling your body, bringing them the money. That's what the narcissist wants to do. I posted a video the other day talking about pimps in the pulpit, spiritual pimps. This is what the enemy wants you to do through religion. Religion is a narcissist. Okay, look up the definition of religion. You'll probably find the word narcissist in there or something closely related. This is what the enemy is trying to do. And I have to say, So far, they've been doing a damn good job, because the majority of people that walk this planet today in the flesh are completely unaware of the reason for which they were birthed here. Completely unaware. So, how has religion dumbed you down? Religion had dumbed me down for a long time. Right? Again, I was part of the same house for 20 years after the military. Religion had dumbed me down. And even though there were things I didn't agree with, and there's always going to be those, so don't let that be the one indicator, okay? I'm speaking of your discernment. I'm speaking to your discernment today, not just your thought, okay? Because we have many thoughts. In fact, that's the beginning of the end, is your thought, okay? Because as you think, Buddha said, as one thinks, he becomes. That's what Buddha said. Right? So, religion and your relationship with Most High are a contradiction. You cannot, I don't care if you are a minister, I don't care what your title is, I don't care how long you've been in ministry, I don't care if you went to seminary, I don't care what your education is. Religion and a relationship with the Most High Divine Creator, those two cannot dwell in the same house. They cannot. You are trying to mingle the seed. I remember a message Steve Parker at the Rock of Central Florida spoke one time. Talked about mingling the seed. You can't mingle the seed. It doesn't work that way, and it will not work. That will simply create confusion and stagnation. Confusion and stagnation. If you want to know those who are not stuck in stagnation, look at what they're going through and look at their response to that situation. If you want to know how someone is doing in their journey with the Most High, look at their situation and look at their response to it. You will find out who the true believers are. You will find out, or you will find a couple of the 144,000, a couple of the chosen ones, a couple of ascended masters, a couple of healers, a couple of empaths, a couple of alchemists. You'll find a couple of hierophants, hierophants, right? You'll find a couple of high priests. You'll find a couple of high priestesses. But in order to be in proper relationship with those individuals, because we refuse to sit around and bathe in religion. That is not our purpose here. Our purpose here is to shake shit up. That's a tongue twister. Shake shit up. Okay? That's our purpose here. That's yours too, whether or not you believe it. That's your purpose too. You are as strong as my words are. You just have to come into the realization that you are. You have to get to that place to where your solar plexus chakra is wide open. You have to get to that place where whatever man says does not fear you. You have to get to that place where Tupac spoke about. You have to get to that place. He knew he was going. There are others who knew they were going. No doubt they'll be back if they're not back already. Religion will never tell you the truth. Religion will always keep you dumbed down. Religion will always, in whatever form it is, it doesn't matter. Eventually, waking up every day doing the same thing over and over again, even if it's a job, that will get old eventually. That's why people retire and that's why people leave jobs. Unfortunately, they end up leaving those slave-driven environments far too late often. Be a slave for 40 years and retire and collect a couple grand a month. That sounds pretty horrible to me. Ice Cube made a song called No Vaseline. His words were pointing to Dr. Dre and Eazy-E and those who were from NWA and those who dissed him because they didn't realize that they were being used by the man, right? And he related that to the white man. I'm just gonna relate that to man in general, because there are evil as brown people just like there are evil as Caucasian people, evil as Filipinos, evil as Mexicans. They're all over. It doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. So, with where you're going today and what you're doing today, in what ways does religion continue to hinder your ordained marriage to Most High, Yahweh God? In what ways does your religion continue to hinder you from the truth? If your religion is not going into the books that are not printed between Genesis and Revelation, beyond Revelation, if they're not going beyond that, I would leave that place. If you ask your senior minister about being an alchemist, was Jesus Christ an alchemist? Ask them, have that conversation with them and see what they say. If they try to shun it, they are part of the antichrist. They are trying to keep you in their ministry in order to take your money and take your time. This is what they're doing, and they are participating in the Illuminati whether they believe it or not. Yes, every religious leader that is not expanding your spirit, your soul, your intuition, yes, beyond Genesis to Revelation, they are a part of the Antichrist. Anyone that is speaking the prosperity gospel, they are the Antichrist. Because the truth of the matter is, everyone on this planet is not called to be a millionaire or a billionaire, right? Those individuals, they are preaching that gospel so that you can continue to give to them because it makes you feel good. Oh, God gonna bless me if I give more. Oh, no, the hell he won't. You better keep your money in your pocket and give discerningly. I said give discerningly. Stop. Most High did not call you. He did not create you. He did not breathe his life into you, his pneuma into you. He did not breathe his source into you so that you could be this controlled energy kept in a box. I remember the Jack in the Boxes, right? In fact, Ice Cube made a song called Jack in the Box, right? You can see I'm an Ice Cube fan. So, and I'm also a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, and I'm also an Audio Slave fan, and I'm also a Eric Clapton fan. I'm also a Darius Rucker fan. I'm also a Reba McEntire fan. I'm also, right? So, the enemy has been extremely successful thus far. But I believe we're in for another coming. What do I mean? Another shakeup. I believe we're in for another shakeup. And Most High is looking for a few soldiers. Let's take a look at the mountains back there. Most High is looking for a few soldiers. So, What are you going to do? I think there's still some snow back there. See the snow on that mountaintop back there? So what are you going to do? Ask yourself this. If I take the next 10 years, and I do the exact same thing that I've been doing for the last 10 years, let me take the first 10 years, the last 10 years, or excuse me, let me change that up, I'm sorry. So let me take the next 10 years and apply what I've been doing in, like, to say, the last 5 years. So half that time, go back, whatever I've been doing for the last 5 years, if I do that for the next 10 years, where will that leave me? Where will that put me? Ask yourself that question. Where is that going to put you? Is that going to put you ahead of where you are today? And if so, how much further? Okay? I've never been one who likes staying in one place too long. That's not my nature. Okay? And that's more of a spiritual thing than it is a physical thing. Although it sounds torturous to live in the same house for 20 years. It just does, because that just sounds like no change for me. That's just what that sounds like. Okay? I'm seeing this dead bird. Some won't make it, even though they have all the equipment to. Okay? Some won't make it. They have the feathers. They look right. They sound right. The tweets. And that's a Twitter joke. Their tweets, they sound right. But they're not going to make it. They look like they should make it, but they're not going to make it. Because they remain part of the antichrist. The antichrist is anything that goes against your true nature, your true spirit. You could be an antichrist to yourself by not adhering to, thank you, dog, not adhering to your spirit. Thank you, dog. And so, Most High is again looking for divine feminines, divine masculine energies to rise up and take their place. That is what Most High is looking for, and that is actually what he is expecting. Okay? So if you feel this pull in your life to walk away from things, even if uncomfortably, walk away from things that no longer serve your good, you're going to be a champion for it. And you're going to be a champion in your own life. Okay? Because that's what your purpose is. Your purpose is not to be the champion for anyone else. I told my daughter when she was a teenager, I said, look, if you're wrong, I'm going to call you out. I'm not going to defend you just because you're my daughter and you're lying and you're wrong. What kind of parent would I be if I just allowed you to frolic and treat people any kind of way, speak any kind of way to anybody, right? What kind of parent would I be if I allowed you to do that? Not redirect your energy, right? To not be angry at the world, okay? Because the world is not doing anything to you. Life is happening for you. Life is not happening to you. Most people are fighting exactly what life is trying to do for them. They're fighting against that very process that's trying to free them, from the snares, from the witchcraft. They're fighting against those very things, like the people who are in the public, who are speaking similar words that I am, that are trying to free you, like an Esther Hicks, like a Billy Carson, like an Eckhart Tolle. Right? They're trying to free you. Some people just enjoy being slaves. Some people don't know they're slaves. That's what Harriet Tubman said. She said, I could have saved a lot more people, but some just didn't know they were slaves. And that's what Ice Cube was talking about in his song, No Vaseline. You're getting screwed over. You're getting fucked. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. By the system. And it's not a white man system. It's not a brown man system. It's not it's the satanic Luciferian system. That's what it is. Stop putting a race to it. There's not a race. There's sorry ass black motherfuckers that I know, and I could send you a goddamn list, starting with my sperm donor. That has no race. So what are we going to do, folks? What are we going to do? Are you going to remain with the Antichrist? You're going to continue to court and date the Antichrist? You're going to continue to stay married to the Antichrist? You're going to continue to follow the rules and laws and regulations of the Antichrist? Whatever that looks like. Whatever that looks like to you. You may not even be a part of a church. If you are not living your highest, truest, best self today possible, you are a part of the Antichrist. If you are karmic, looking at people strange, talking about people behind their back, giving people evil eyes, treating them nicely in front of their face, but then stabbing them in the back, you are a part of the Antichrist. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm enjoying the weather. I hope it's nice in other parts of the country. I'm not sure other parts of the world. At least it has the same climate changes that the southern part of the United States does. Obviously, like Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro, their weather is the exact opposite of ours, right? So they are going into their winter as we come out of ours. Okay? So know that you can win and overcome. All right. And the enemy has no power except for the power that you give the enemy. Otherwise, the enemy is weak. The enemy can't do anything with you. The enemy doesn't know the power that is within you. The enemy doesn't know that. Because the enemy is the one wearing the mask. The enemy is the one who is really duping you. The enemy is the one that's using the Bible and only using Genesis to Revelation. The enemy is the one that's really snubbing you. The enemy is the one that's really pulling the wool over your eyes. That's the Antichrist. And that spirit, that Jezebel spirit, that Luciferian spirit, it works through people. It jumps from person to person to person. Okay? That's what it does. So your family, friends, co-workers, boss, supervisor, associates, kids, spouse, whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever. These individuals might exhibit Luciferian choices. What are Luciferian choices? Luciferian choices are being dishonest with you, cheating on you, being with another intimate partner. There's a lot of different types of cheating and being unfaithful. There's all types. Okay? Just like there's all types of fasting to counter that. Okay? So they can be unfaithful to you monetarily. They can have accounts that you don't know about. Okay? They can, again, be with someone else. Okay? They can emotionally. So they cannot be honest with you and upfront with you and sharing shit with somebody else. Now that person is looking at you sideways because of something they told you that you told them in confidence. This is the Antichrist. This is the devil. This is Lucifer. This is Jezebel. Are you tired yet? Are you tired yet? I am. Are you done dealing with false people? I am. Are you done dealing with liars who manipulate and deceive? I am. Are you tired of those who go back on their word? I am. Who lack integrity? I'm tired of those people. Are you tired of those who continuously tell you to do something? You continue to apply it and it doesn't work? I am. Are you tired of the lies? I am. Yeah. Are you tired of the witchcraft? I am. Tired of the evil eyes and wondering, why can't you get this done? Why can't this get off the ground? Why can't you do that? Somebody's behind your back doing witchcraft, baby. Somebody's behind your back sending shit to you, man. That's why. That's why. So what are we going to do? Again, collective, world, nations, the people. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? I'm heavy on the call. I'm heavy on the call this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru, and you've been listening to The Encourager.